Now, let's continue. First, factor natin yung ating denominator na ngayon ng pangalawa nating fraction, which is 3y squared minus y minus 14. And this is a general trinomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So sa first step na ating pag-factor, hanapin natin si a and c. A is equal to 3 and the constant c is equal to negative 14. Getting its product, we get negative 42. Sunod, step 2, hanapin natin yung factors ni negative 42 na kung saan yung sum or yung pag kinumbine natin yung factors niya ay ang answer natin ay negative 1, which is the middle term, okay, the coefficient of the middle term of our trinomial. So as you can see here, nandito na yung ating list of factors of negative 42. Now, identify natin kung saan yung factors na kung saan ang answer pag i-add ay negative 1 and yung factors na yun ay negative 7 and 6. So for our step 3, we will use those factors to write b sub x as the sum of two terms. So yung middle term natin kanina, negative y, and then yung negative 7 and positive 6 yung ating what do you call this one? Yung ating factors ni negative 42 na kung saan ang answer ay negative 1. Now, yung sa middle term natin kanina, ang ating variable lang doon ay y. So therefore, y lang din yung idudugtong natin kay 6 and negative 7. Now, pwedeng 6y minus 7y. Pwede ring negative 7y plus 6y kasi the same lang yung answer which is negative y. And since we all know that negative y is equal to 6y minus 7y, isa-substitute natin ngayon si 6y minus 7y kay middle term natin, which is si negative y, para magamit natin yung factoring by grouping in order for us to factor out completely our trinomial, which is yung denominator ng pangalawa nating fraction. So magiging, yan, pinair up natin is si 3y squared plus 6y kasi common sa kanila yung 3, yan, na number, okay? Pinair up din natin si negative 7y and negative 14 kasi sa isang obserba mo pa lang, isang tingin pa lang, makikita mo na common yung factor na number na 7. Kaya silang yung tagdalawang yan yung ating pinagpares. So for our first pair, 3y squared plus 6y, for the coefficient, the greatest common factor is 3. And for our variable, since common yung y sa dalawang term, and yung pinakamaliit na exponent ni y dyan ay 1, so therefore the middle term, or I mean the common monomial factor is 3y. And then by dividing 3y sa lahat-lahat ng ating term na pinares dyan, which is 3y squared plus 6y, ang maiiwan na lamang ay y plus 2. Now, negative 7y minus 14. So, kailangan y plus 2 yung ating makuha. Kaya, ilalabas natin si negative 7. And by dividing the two terms nating pinagpares by negative 7, ang may iwan na lamang ay y plus 2. And then, si y plus 2, pag-isahin, and i-combine natin yung dalawang common monomial factor para mahanap natin yung isa pang factor ng ating trinomial, which is 3y plus negative 7 or 3y minus 7. And ipalit natin yan siya ngayon na sa ating denominator. So pwede na natin siyang makancel out yung lahat ng mga common factors. So unang-una, y plus 2. Yan, merong y plus 2 sa numerator dito and may y plus 2 sa denominator dito. Again, yung ating multiplication sign, let us use this as, or imagine this one as the bridge. Okay, yan siya yung magdudugtong sa dalawa. So by canceling y plus 2 sa numerator and denominator, ang maiiwan na lamang ay 1. Sunod, mapapansin nyo na meron y squared minus 2y plus 4 sa numerator and denominator, kaya i-cancel out natin yan. And maiiwan ay 1. na wala na ibang pwedeng ma-cancel out. So i-multiply natin ang numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. Kaya magiging 2 times 4y squared, okay? 2 times 1 is 2 times yung naiwan dito sa kabila, 4y squared is 8y squared. The same with the denominator, 1 times 1 is 1 times 3y minus 7 is 3y minus 7. So the final answer, the quotient is 8y squared over 3y minus 7. Now, if ever na hindi mo makita yung division sign, if ganito yung kanyang form, okay, nasa complex fraction na form niya, so titignan mo lang saan yung may pinakamahabang fraction bar. And as you can observe, yung may pinakamahabang fraction bar is yung nandito sa may, yan, pinakagitna rin. So therefore, this one here will serve as your division sign. So itong fraction na ito, divided siya by this one here, which is pareho nung ating example before ito. Okay? So pwedeng kahit saan dyan yung itsura ng ating division ng algebraic expressions. So again, look for the fraction bar na pinakamahaba. So yun yung ating main fraction bar. Okay, yun yung pinaka-main na nagsaseparate sa ating numerator o yung sa ating first fraction and sa ating second fraction. And then the same na yung ating i-apply. Okay, sa ginawa natin bago ito. Now, let us combine the multiplication and the division of rational expression. Ang tatandaan natin na ang gagawin natin ay tawag yan, PEMDAS, yung ating kukunin or yung ating gagamiting concept. Okay? Bago tayo mag-simplify ng ating rational expressions dito. Now, PEMDAS, nauna ang multiplication na binanggit kaysa sa division. Pero hindi necessary na uunahin mo yung multiplication. Okay? Yung multiplication and division, pag magkatabi yung dalawang operation na yun, you will always prioritize kung saan yung nasa pinakamalapit sa left side. So for this example, yung division and multiplication ay magkatabi sila dalawa na operation, okay? And yung nasa pinaka-left na side ay ang division. So therefore, yung division sign na ating unang gagalawin. So yung division sign ay ito, and yung sa right side niya is ito. So therefore, kukunin natin yung reciprocal nito ng x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x squared plus 7x plus 12. And then, gagawin natin multiplication sign na itong ating division sign. Kaya naging ganito na yung ating fraction. Nagstay ito, and yung ating pinakahuli, yan, ang nag-iba lang is this one kasi bago ito, division sign, ito yung nandito kanina, which is yung nandito. So kailangan natin ikunin yung reciprocal ng ating divisor. Now, bakit ito lang yung ginalaw? Kasi hindi considered as one na, what do you call this one? Considered as one term yung itong dalawa. Okay? Pero pag may fraction yan dyan, pag may parenthesis yan nandyan, sa dalawang yan, and then division yung nasa labas. So meaning, itong dalawa mismo yung iyong i-reciprocate. Okay? Yung ibabaliktad yung position ng denominator at saka ng numerator. Now, i-factor out natin lahat ng algebraic fractions dito or expressions sa bawat numerator and denominator ng tatlong fraction natin. So for the first fraction, factor out natin yung ating numerator. And yan ay isang general trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So yung x squared niya, kunin lang natin yung square root, which is x. Yun yung magiging first terms ng ating dalawang factor. Constant natin ay negative 2. And yung factors ni negative 2 na kung saan ang sum or ang total, pag i-add natin, ang answer ay yung negative 1, which is ang coefficient ng ating middle term, yung factors na yun ay -2 and 1. And then, next, idudugtong na natin yung -2 and 1 dito sa ating dalawang x para mahanap na natin yung complete na factored form ng ating first numerator, which is magiging x plus 1 times x minus 2. Now, yung denominator ng first fraction ay isang prime na, so hindi na natin siya kailangang i-simplify or i-factored out, or kunin yung kanyang complete na factored form. So therefore, proceed tayo sa ating second na fraction. So unahin natin yung kanyang numerator, which is ito. And as you can observe, napalitan na natin yung numerator ng first natin na fraction, which is yung factored form niya. Okay, so dito naman tayo sa next step, which is factor natin yung x squared plus 7x plus 12. So yan pa rin ay general trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So getting the square root of the first term, which is x squared, makukuha natin yung first terms ng ating factored form, which is dalawang x. Yung constant natin ay 12, positive 12. And yung factors ni positive 12 na kung saan ang total niya ay yung what you call this one, yung middle term natin na coefficient, which is 7. Ang factors na yun ay 4 and 3. So yun yung ating i-add sa dalawa nating x para mahanap yung complete na factored form ng ating numerator, which is magiging x plus 4 times x plus 3. Now, factor out natin yung ating denominator ng second fraction, which is si x squared minus 4x plus 4. And still, the same na trinomial pa rin. General trinomial siya na form x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, pero if tignan natin, si x squared may square root, si 4 may square root. Yan, so nagkamali tayo. Okay, dito na portion. So this one pala is a perfect square trinomial kasi pag kunin natin yung square root ni x squared and ni 4, which is 2 at saka x, pag i-multiply natin 2x, and pag i-double natin yung 2x, 4x yung answer, which is yung middle term ng ating trinomial. Ayan, sorry for the mistake. Okay, so again, ulitin natin, correction. So yung ating x squared minus 4x plus 4 na expression ay isang perfect square trinomial. So yung gagamitin natin na pattern is yung sa perfect square trinomial. And since yung ating trinomial dito na perfect square ay negative yung kanyang middle term, so therefore we will use the pattern kung saan negative sign yung factors niya. Okay? Yung negative sign yung middle, okay, minus sign yung middle ng kanyang factors. Then ang a squared natin is our first term, which is x squared, and our b squared is 4, which is our last term. So kunin lang natin yung square root ng dalawa. So square root ni x squared is x, and square root ni 4 is 2. So isa-substitute lang natin yun siya ngayon dito sa ating pattern. Kaya magiging x minus 2 times x minus 2 or x minus 2 squared. Next, proceed tayo sa third natin na fraction. The numerator x minus 4 is a prime already. So therefore, hindi natin siya i-simplify pa. Kaya proceed tayo sa ating denominator na 2x plus 8. And as you can observe, yung kanyang common monomial factor ay 2 lamang. So 2 lamang yung ating ipapalabas, kaya magiging 2 times x plus 4. And ipalit na natin ngayon lahat yung ating nahanap na values. Itong x plus 4 over x plus 3, which is yung factored form ng ating numerator ng second fraction. X minus 2 times x minus 2, yung denominator ng pangalawang fraction natin dito sa gitna. Ayan. And itong 2x plus 8, yung magiging bagong denominator ng ating third na fraction. Kaya magiging, ayan na yung ating algebraic expression kanina. Now, cancel out natin ngayon yung mga common factors. Okay? And again, yung multiplication natin na sign will serve as yung dot natin dito will serve as the bridge. Okay? Yan siya yung parang pagdugtungin niya na lahat-lahat ng ating factors. So cancel out na natin yung mga common. Una, x plus 1, meron siyang kapareho which is yung nasa baba niya lamang. So since na-cancel out na, 1 na lamang yung natira. Sunod, x minus 2, 1 na lamang din yung natira. Sunod, si x plus 4, may kapares din siya, which is nasa denominator rin na nasa pinakadulo. Kaya 1 na lamang yung naiwan. And wala na tayong iba pang pwedeng ma-cancel out. So 1 times 1 times 1, para sa numerator ito, times x plus 3, we have x plus 3 times x minus 4. Now, we don't need to multiply na. Okay? Kunin yung final na product talaga. So, bali ang gawin lang is idikit lang si x minus 4 at si x plus 3. Sunod, yun lahat ng nasa denominator naman na naiwan. 1 times 1 times x minus 2 is x minus 2 times 1 is x minus 2, then times 2, we have here 2 times x minus 2. Again, hindi natin siya kailangan i-distribute or i-multiply yung dalawa kasi nga mas magdagdag lang yung effort, kumbaga. The same lang naman din yung natira. So therefore, okay na yung ganyan. Kaya x minus 4 times x plus 3 over 2 times x minus 2 yung ating final answer.